How to scramble eggs. What you will need is eggs, a big enough bowl to scramble the eggs in, a wire whisk, works better than a fork, but you can use a fork in a pinch if you don't have a wire whisk, some type of rubber spatula. It works best with a non-stick skillet, pepper and salt to season with, a pat of butter. Okay, first thing I would like you to do is turn your heat on to a very low heat, no higher than medium low. Put the pan on the source of heat. While we're waiting for that to heat up, we're going to take our eggs and we're going to crack them into our bowl. I just give an egg a gentle smack on the counter, just enough to crack it. See how there's a crack? We don't use the edge of the bowl because it produces more shards and you're more likely to get eggshells in your final product. Now, I'm not going to use any added moisture in here. You can add milk, cream, or water to your eggs, 1 tablespoon for every egg that you use, and you would whisk it at the same time that you are whisking your eggs up. And the idea of whisking is to get the egg white and the egg yolk so mixed up that you can't see the difference between the two anymore. You just get a nice fluffy yellow egg mixture once you're done. Now we're going to move on to cooking our scrambled eggs. Okay, we have our pan on the heat on a very low temperature. Now we're going to add our pat of butter. And as you can see, because the pan is already heated some, the butter starts to melt quite quickly. I coat it all around the pan so that our eggs don't stick to the pan. Now we're going to pour our eggs into our pan. And I like to let the pan sit just for a little bit and let it just start cooking on the bottom. Then you want to start scooping your eggs across the bottom of your pan. You see how they're starting to get thick? I like to also stir it too to keep it nice and creamy. The idea is to evenly cook the eggs, and we keep it moving so not one spot gets done quicker than the other. And it comes together quite quickly once it starts to thicken. At this stage, we're getting about halfway done, and so I put in just a pinch of kosher salt, not table salt. Table salt are much smaller grains, and you can oversalt quite easily. You can use table salt, but I would use it very sparingly. I just put in a pinch of my kosher salt, which are bigger crystals, and I'm still cooking and moving the egg around the pan. Now, when you get to this point, if you like them soft and creamy, this is where you would stop. You would take it off the pan and put it on a plate and eat it. But if you like it harder, you just continue to cook them. The minute you get them to where you like them, you want to remove them from the heat. This is how you make scrambled eggs.